Hello, thank you very much for joining us. This is Truth TV's program, The Conrado Show. On this show, we focus on three P's: purpose, passion, and power. We believe so much that every individual has a purpose that was given to him or her by God. And once you discover that purpose, you need to live out that purpose passionately and also with the power that God gives you. And so we get up close with young people who are doing exciting things in their spheres of influence. And today we'll get you up close with one of those interesting guys. I'm Conrad Kakraba, and thanks so much for being my guest tonight. This show is brought to you in association with the Conrado Group. We are interested in helping you. If you want to travel abroad and you need some consultancy, we would help you. If you need some tutorials for International English Language Testing System, the IELTS, which is a requirement for language proficiency in many universities in the UK and US and other English-speaking countries, we are the best people to help you ace the test. Then also, we help you with advice if you have to choose schools in application process. Then we also support you with career services and advice if you are torn between what you should do, or maybe you need some opportunities. We help direct your course. Then the show is also brought to you in association with Heritage Christian University College. This is a university that is set out to position itself as a university that focuses on 5 C's. The first one is conviction, second is character, third is creativity, fourth is compassion, and finally community. And so if you want a university with this kind of core values, this is the place you ought to be. Then also we also offer very interesting courses such as newly introduced one, Bachelor of Arts in Communication Studies. If you want to be like me, that's a course you need to be studying. Then we also have BSc Multimedia Technology. If you want to be behind the cameras and you want to do stuff, drone technology and all of that, that's a course you need to apply for. We are starting it in January 2025. Applications are open now. Then we also do programs like midwifery, nursing. We do entrepreneurship and technology innovation. We do IT. We do information security and many others. Psychology is also here. Master's degree programs include MSc Human Resource Development or Management, and then MSc Accounting and Taxation, and then MSc Accounting and Finance. You can go to our website www.hcuc.edu.gh or just Google Heritage Christian University College and you can apply to join this interesting university. The show is brought to you through the kind courtesy of Go Compliance Solutions. Go Compliance Solutions is your one-stop shop when you want to get safety and quality assurance for your business. They would help you acquire international certifications. Reach Go Compliance Solutions on 0249 26 1175. 0249 26 1175. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back to continue. Much for joining us today. We are talking about something very exciting, and that is about strategic escape from unemployment. Did you hear that? Strategic escape from unemployment. We're going to talk to a young man. He's an author, a digital marketer, a publisher, a preacher, a personal development, coach, and all of that. And he says he strategically escaped from unemployment, and he's going to be telling us his story. He's called Desmond, Edem, Eklu. It's actually his book. I'm holding right now. He just gave me a copy. I've been waiting for that book. Beyond the Classroom: 4 strategies that will help you succeed after school, and 5 strategies that would help you succeed after school. Desmond, Edem, Eklu. Thank you. It says these strategies will help you escape unemployment and help you live a fulfilled life. So tell us your story. Welcome.
Thank you.
Desmond, yeah. It's good to meet you for the first time. I've never met you before. I've just online, and all. You are all over the place. What in our ears and all of that. COVID time, you were like, the only person that I was listening to. And following, and so now we get to meet for the first time.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a pleasure meeting you.
Same here.
Great. So tell me, who is Desmond Edem Eklu?
So I like to describe myself by my philosophy of life.
Okay.
I always use the hashtag be intentional.
Okay.
Anytime I post anywhere, I say be intentional.
Yeah.
And so I like to think of myself as someone who is intentional about life and everything that it comes with.
Really?
That is something I hold dear. Of course, being intentional doesn't mean that you don't make mistakes.
Right.
You make mistakes. I said recently that we should normalize failing, but we should not normalize failure.
Okay, so the process of failing, you said it should be normal.
It should be
People
normal.
able to
Fail and learn from it.
Right,
But
you
failure
shouldn't-
is not acceptable.
Okay, so which means that if you feel that you've ended, you've reached a point of ending and there's nothing you can do again, that one shouldn't be normal at all.
No.
I
But
see.
failing is more of a learning as much as success is.
Awesome. Where do you live currently?
So I live in Sokakope,
Okay, in Volta region.
Volta region. Yeah.
Awesome. You've lived most of your life there.
No, I've lived mostly in the Volta region. I was born in Aflau,
Okay.
and then at age 4,
Yeah.
I moved to Lomé,
Oh.
Togo. Yeah.
So you speak some French.
Yeah, I do speak French.
Je m'appelle Conrad Kakraba. Hey, what does that mean, by the way? That I'm called Conrad Kakraba?
Yes.
Okay, somebody's whispering something. Comment t'appelles-tu? I don't know what that is.
Moi, je m'appelle Desmond. Eklu.
Okay, so your name is
Yes, that's my name.
Koma what? My producer is whispering some French to me.
Okay, let's get the rest of the interview going in French. Let's go.
Hey, French?
Let's go.
Goodness of mercy. Right, now, so you speak some French?
Yes, I do speak French. I'm bilingual.
Yeah, so from 4 years to about what time did you leave
So
Togo?
I left Togo at age 12. I
Okay.
was about completing JHS in Togo when I left. Yes.
I see. So you came to complete in Ghana?
So I came to Ghana to start all over again.
Oh dear.
So from 12 years, came to Ghana, then did 3 years again at Akachi College Practice School
Wow.
in Akachi. Yeah, completed in 2008,
Mm-hmm.
and then went to Zion College Angloga from my senior high school.
I see.
Yeah,
And you were the school prefect there?
yeah, I was.
Head prefect.
Yes, I was.
Awesome. That was great. And from there, what did you study, by the way?
I studied business.
Okay, that's why you're a business guy like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And but from there, what did you do?
Yeah, so from there, I finished 2012, and then I came back home, wanted to do some teaching because I discovered in 2009, while I was still in Zion College, Zico for short, that I had passion for teaching.
Okay.
And so I wanted to, there's one time that I wrote my book behind the classroom, and I wrote a story there that and there are good teachers. I like to say that there are teachers that are really, really good. One of them I talked about in my book is my business management madam or teacher at the time. She's now Mrs. Alice Tamaklo.
Okay.
At the time she was called Miss Alice Nchuga. She taught us the course, that subject. And there was a time that she brought her colleague from UCC. They did business management program there, and so she brought a colleague to come and talk to us. The normal lecture,
Yeah.
But then she brought the man there to speak to us about our career path and all of that.
Right.
And that was like a defining moment for me.
Oh, why? Tell me what was so special about it.
The man said something striking. He said, your way you behave in the now, it comes from your plan or what you want to get to.
I see.
So you and I can be here, and all I want to do in life is to be at this level. I don't want anything much.
I see.
So the way I behave every day
would just revolve around that.
exactly. But
Human
then,
beings are goal-seeking organisms, and so if you decide to seek a goal, your behavior and everything would be
right,
towards that. I see.
exactly.
I love that.
So that changed everything for me.
I see.
I was, from my home,
Mhm.
it was quite challenging. And then I didn't tell you, but then what I did from age 6,
Right.
I started kind of doing my own personal cleaning and hygiene, everything from
I
like age
see.
5. By age 8, I started farming,
Oh yeah.
animal farming. Then
Okay.
I did cassava at the backyard. Our landlord in Togo,
Mm.
he would make me the supervisor of his farm.
Ah,
Then I started farming alongside.
I see.
I grew up, with all of those things.
Right,
That's what
right.
how I, help the family,
Exactly.
and all of that.
Yeah.
So, I kind of just had that in me.
You're right.
So, when I was talking about the man who came to our class.
Right. Exactly.
When he came, he talked about the fact that if I want to go to the training college,
Mhm.
all I needed was maybe aggregate 24 or better.
I see.
But somebody who wanted to go to Legon and do administration
Mhm.
wouldn't need 24 or better.
No.
And so everybody should set their goal
Yeah.
and stick to it.
Exactly.
And that will determine how they behave.
I see.
And I realized that from home, they had warned me that there's no money for university.
Oh.
So don't even think about it.
Yeah.
And I was determined that
Yeah.
let me get the grade. I
Yeah.
can get it.
Uh-huh.
Let me get it. And when I get home and nobody wants to send me to school,
Right.
I will look for my way to school.
I see.
So that's what eventually happened. I came out as the second best student in
Zion
Zion College,
College. Awesome.
2012 year batch.
Awesome.
I got a single aggregate.
Whoa.
And then, funny thing is that
Mhm.
the school had a scholarship agreement with University KNUST.
Okay.
And so that's what I aimed for.
Ah.
That the top 3 students would go to KNUST for free.
Really? Wow.
So what happened was that I got it, but then systems are kind of corrupt.
Oh.
So they didn't give it to me.
Oh.
So there's a teacher who had a child in the school, and then she was picked instead,
I see.
and nobody, reached out to me. When I asked, they kind of sabotaged the whole thing.
Sorry.
And so I took that frustration and I left to Nigeria.
You did?
Yeah. So
On your own?
Yeah, on my own.
You were how old at that time?
I was 19.
Really? You just woke up and...
No, well, not woke up really, but I told my parents
Okay.
because I had applied for private school teaching in some private schools in Akachi
Right.
where we lived, and then they refused to pick me because they say when you have good grades, you soon go to school.
I see.
But I was not soon going to school soon. I just wanted to do something and then
Yeah.
go on with my life.
Really?
Probably do distance education and then move on from there to my teaching field. But then they wouldn't pick me, so I decided that I would do evening classes for those who are preparing for BC.
Yeah.
So I got one child. The parents said they don't want her to come to where I was doing the class.
Yeah.
So they want her to do it in the house.
Yeah.
So after school, 2:30 p.m., I'll go and do her class.
Okay.
And then I was looking for another opportunity to do for a number of them,
Right.
so I can get more money.
Right.
And I wasn't getting the classroom. So there was this church in our area, and they had a small school.
Okay.
It was an uncompleted building. They had a
Wow.
roof, but no wiring, no light. So it would be useful in the day, but in the night, no. So I borrowed 5 CDs from my mom.
Really?
5 Ghana CDs at the time.
Wow.
And then I gave it to an electrician, and then he wired the class.
Awesome.
And I bought a bulb and put there. So I started my business from there.
Wow.
So I was able to raise 40 Ghana CDs
Wow.
from there, and then that's what I used to travel to Nigeria. Yeah, at the time, yeah.
Well, let's take a quick commercial break. You're still watching the Conrado's show. We'll be back to continue this. It's Desmond, Edem, Eklu right here, Beyond the Classroom, and then other books that he's written, and he's telling us a story about strategic escape from unemployment. And so we'll be right back. Stay with us. Well, thank you so much. Welcome back. I'm so excited that you stayed with us. And so Desmond Edem Eklu is my guest, and we've been talking about strategic escape from unemployment. He said he went to Nigeria, and then worked for some time, and then came back to Ghana. So let's jump the Nigeria bit and come back to Ghana. Welcome back, Edem.
Thank you.
Edem means what in Hebrew?
Uh,
He has
God,
redeemed me.
God has saved me.
Saved me. Yeah, saved me. Yeah.
So the backstory to that
Yeah.
is that my mom was actually barren
Oh.
for many years. Yeah.
Oh dear.
For many years until she got me. So
Ah.
that's the beginning.
So, so you are like the how should I say, the much anticipated child or something. Okay. Well.
And so people came after me, so it was I.
Okay. Awesome. Open the way for people. Just as how you're opening a lot of doors for a lot of people. That's exciting. So back to Ghana. So you came to Ghana, and then which year was this?
So this was I came back to Ghana 2013.
2013.
Yeah.
Okay. And you were how old? Like.
So 2013 I was
21?
20 years.
20 years,
20
thereabout.
yeah.
Awesome. And so when you came to Ghana, what did you do?
So so when I was in Nigeria, I actually sent money for them to get I told you I wanted to be a teacher.
Okay.
So I bought St. Francis College form.
Oh, my father's former school.
Yeah. So then I also came to school in my town. I went to the basic school, so Akachi College
Right.
of Education. I wanted to go there as well, George, trying to like any of them, this is closer to home. So
Right.
so I got the admission and everything. Then I was working with one of the pastor friend to our family,
Right.
Pastor Bunyaji. I was working for his cold store.
Mm.
So I was able to raise some money, bought a few things, but then it wasn't enough.
Okay.
So I couldn't go.
I see. To the teacher training college.
Yeah, I couldn't go. So
Wow.
2013 September, I left Akati to Tema because while I was working in the cold store, I was, I would go to Tema to buy goods.
Oh, okay.
So from there I got to know some suppliers in Tema.
Mhm.
So I moved from the small league to the big league.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, in Tema, and then that is where the marketing
Right.
actually started from. Yeah, because the company that employed me, I was doing marketing for them.
Really?
Yeah.
What were you selling?
Bangla.
That's in fish.
Yeah.
Like seriously.
Yeah, like cutting.
Of course.
Yeah.
So you were delivering
cold
to-
foods. I wasn't delivering. I would
Look for.
buyers. Yeah, so I would do market research. I would go to different companies
Really?
in my fishing harbor to know how much they are selling, what is happening, what the
Wow.
customers are saying.
Yeah.
Because I used to come and buy,
Yeah.
I could easily blend in
Right.
and do that. So
Right.
that was where I actually started from.
Awesome. That's
Yeah.
about 23 years, 24 years.
No,
at that
I was
time.
20
You
years.
still.
Yeah, I was 20 years.
That's when
Then
you just
2013.
returned.
Returned. I
Right.
started from there.
Interesting. And
Yeah.
so okay. So you did marketing and all of that. How did you finally make it to school, university?
Yeah, so backstory, 2012 in Nigeria,
Yeah.
I gave my life to Christ.
Hallelujah.
I think that was like the beginning of my search
Okay.
for purpose and meaning in my life.
Meaning, okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
so after that, I started reading books.
Right.
First book I read was Miles Monroe's book,
Which one?
The Pursuit of Purpose.
Purpose. Oh, I
In
love
Pursuit
that.
of Purpose.
In Pursuit
my
of
first, my
Purpose,
first book
yeah.
I read. Yeah.
Oh dear.
Uh,
Purpose has taken.
yeah, the first book I read. Yeah.
Hey.
Turn off my camera.
Hey. ECG. I think ECG has come or what? But still. Okay. So yeah. So your first book was In Pursuit of Purpose.
Yeah,
that you read.
Yeah.
Miles Monroe.
Miles Monroe. Yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
I love
so
that. as
so
well.
it was from that book that I started the Pursuit of Purpose. Basically.
Awesome.
Then that led me to many other books.
Mm.
I read a lot of Bishop David Apost's works.
Okay.
I read In Pursuit of Vision,
Mhm.
Understanding Divine Direction.
Yeah.
So I went to personal finance,
Yeah.
Rich Dad Poor Dad, all
Right.
of this,
Yeah.
personal development material. I started reading them.
Mm.
Then in 2014, I started having the inspiration
Yeah.
to share some of the things I was learning.
You were learning.
Now it's
I
like,
see.
you are learning a few things.
Right.
So just, what's on your mind on Facebook, something small there.
I see.
And those days we were writing in shorthand. You write Y
Yeah.
U H
Yeah.
F U.
Uh-huh.
It was funny, but that's how it started.
I see.
But it went a bit further,
Yeah.
and I started writing. But by the time I knew, I started writing books.
Okay.
Same 2014.
I see.
But we'll get into that.
Right. And this particular one, you wrote. When was this? When you
This was in
published?
2018.
Well, this was your first book that you actually wrote, right?
No, this
Like
is
published.
this is the first one I published, but not the
Exactly.
first one I wrote.
I see. So this 2019, huh?
Yeah, I wrote in 2018, but
you
published in
2019.
2019.
Okay, I see. Awesome. And how did it do on the market?
Yeah, so this was again the book that actually, I'll say, brought me to the limelight, if there's any limelight. Did okay.
This particular one.
Yes, so I sold the first 200 copies that I did with my national service allowance.
Okay.
We sold it in 2 weeks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So at
Were they
my-
e-copies?
No. We printed them.
I see.
Yeah. So I was into publishing. I think 4 years before I wrote Beyond the Classroom.
Right.
So I did everything in my own publishing.
Right. Awesome.
So with my national service allowance, I published a thing.
But
And-
you jumped, going to UCC.
Oh.
How did you end up there finally?
Okay, so yes, I wanted to. I told you I wanted to do education. I wanted to become a teacher.
Right.
That was my passion.
Okay.
Still is my passion. And
Yes,
so
just like me.
yeah, so I 2014 I
Yeah.
got admission to UCC to read a Bachelor of Education in Accounting.
Okay.
So it was there that everything happened. Yeah, because when I got to UCC, I decided that, in fact, the first day I got to campus, then my hall was called Nkrumah Hall.
Okay.
After they gave us a room, I went to the room and I went to the balcony. And there's a terrace.
Yeah.
I went on the terrace and then I saw a lot of young people
Yeah.
moving around. This one going here. Going here.
Right.
Then I told myself that, I was living at Shaiman in Tema those
Okay.
times. And I was pursuing personal development. But my passion is young people.
Yeah.
But you find that there is no place you could meet only young people.
Okay.
But then here I am in
And
UCC.
it's only young
Only
people
young
that you were meeting.
I can't live here without making an impact.
I see.
That was what I told myself.
I see.
And I got to work.
I see.
Yeah.
By writing.
Yes, by writing. And at the time, my writing was not this good. It wasn't. No, honestly, it wasn't. And that's why I would emphasize that people should just start.
Okay.
Yeah. I had ideas, but then looking back, no,
they were unrefined.
Yeah, exactly.
But you had to find ways to refine
yes.
them.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. When I look, I had a blog back then.
Yeah.
That I put a few things on it.
Right.
Back then, I sometimes I read. I went back to read
I see.
that blog, and it was just nice.
I see.
That was my starting point.
I see.
And this is why I can just write something without even bothering to send it to someone to edit
I
for
see.
me, and it's good.
Yeah, I see.
But at the time, I had to get somebody from
I
the
see.
communications department to be editing my
see.
stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. Interesting. So I don't remember how we met online, but
Yeah.
do you remember? We're doing a lot of during COVID time. We're all indoors, and
Yeah.
we're doing a lot of webinars and WhatsApp conversations and all of
Yeah.
that. I think it's one of those that you were supposed to speak at one of those and then or interact, and then I think it was on one of my platforms, and I encountered you or through someone
No.
in the personal development space.
Yeah, so we met before then.
Really?
Before I joined the
Groups.
web. Yeah,
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
For me, it was a time that I was intentionally trying to connect with people that would mentor me. So I made some connections, and then
Somebody
no
suggested.
no I see your stuff on Facebook.
But
But then
I
you see
I now
the
understand.
person, the person, the person
Yeah.
on TV and all of that.
Exactly.
But then you start realizing that this person who you think is like a big guy starts now liking your stuff.
I see. If you post something,
Then he likes it. It's like, who is this fool just liking me like this? You know?
I don't understand.
So
because I don't quite remember.
Yeah, so
Yes.
that's when I took interest.
I see, because that time you were really posting a lot of stuff, and I was like, okay, this is good. This is nice, and I was also doing a lot of seminars and webinars and all of that, speaking to young people.
Exactly.
And so when I saw that somebody was really posting stuff like that, very insightful, and he was, and you have a very nice way of promoting your, like, when you're about to do something, a course, and then register for this, do this, and you have an e-copy of my book, blah blah blah. I was really intrigued by that. I think I now remember. But we had never met personally before until today, and so that's a good one. I encourage young people that online you can meet anybody you want. Anybody you want, and you should just look out for who are you actually, what kind of content do you want? And who is producing that kind of content? And then you try to follow the person and then see because anybody and everybody that I want to meet today, they are online, and it's just a matter of knowing what it is I want. And I love that so much. So
let me quickly acknowledge you for
my Edem.
What you did for me.
What is that?
And what you do for young people. I have to say it.
I see.
Because hardly do you see people who are prominent in life.
Am I prominent?
You're prominent. You're prominent. You're doing amazing things. Of course, on the journey of life, you are miles ahead of me.
I see.
So for such person to show interest,
I see.
It's a big deal.
I see.
And not just that, open their doors for you.
I see.
It's something that
interesting.
Really appreciate.
Is now God, because we think that if you have been blessed, you must also bless others.
Of course.
And if there is something that somebody is also, like, you can help the person to become better. I mean, it doesn't cost a thing to offer that to them and let them know that, okay, do this and do this and that.
Exactly.
And then also or connect them to this or this person. Because some of us, we are not wealthy when it comes to money, but we are wealthy when it comes to social capital.
Right.
We've got people around us. That's all our wealth. So it's big,
big.
And that's one of the things that many people don't also acknowledge, that they think that everything is all about money. No, it's not all about money. Sometimes it says what what you become the next 5 years will depend on the kind of books you read and the people you meet. So people, social wealth, social capital is big deal, and these days social media makes it so easy exactly to be wealthy socially. You may not have all the money, but through the people you meet, you may become wealthy. So it's very important that people learn that. Okay, great. Now let's talk about some of your books you've written. So the first one, the Beyond the Classroom. What are some of the lessons that people should look out for? Do you still have hard copies in print?
Not at the moment.
Soft?
I do soft.
Okay.
So now I bundle everything I have all together. Once you pay something small, you have everything.
You have everything. All
my entire catalog.
You have about how many books written?
9.
9 books. What are some of the titles?
So I have.
There's one on making money online. I love that.
So I did in 2020. I did a lot of books because everybody was online. There was one time that I wanted to, I had an idea on Thursday evening.
But I said
Saturday
you had come out with a book.
I designed the cover that Thursday evening. I started writing on Friday.
Look at that.
And by Sunday night I was selling the book.
You this boy. I know, right? I remember, because I was like, how is this guy churning out all these materials and books in such a fast pace? He said, next week I'm releasing a book. Next week I'm releasing this book. And they were short, straightforward, easy to read, not these long, winding books. So we, the people who were online at that time, were just looking for something exciting to keep us busy.
Yeah.
We love to read that, and I think
Beyond the classroom, I wrote it in 10 days. Yeah, 10 days. So what I did was that it's 5 chapters.
98 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to write 5 chapters.
Okay.
And I learned this from one Nigerian guy called Prince Akwarandu.
Okay.
He said, when you want to write,
Yeah.
you set a goal.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can have even chapter goals.
Yeah.
You can have word count goals.
I see.
And so I was doing service.
Ah.
I would go to school in the morning, and I was a youth pastor.
Ah.
Still, I'm a youth pastor.
I see.
So I would go to school in the morning. I was doing my service at Akati Sector.
I see.
And I close, and I have to come to church.
Yeah.
But I had like a 2-hour window between the time I close and the time service starts.
Right.
So I'll come with the laptop
And then
lock myself in the church.
Wow.
And then within 2 hours, I must produce at least 5,000 words.
I see.
Yes.
That's what you did for this.
Yes. So
You are that fluid in writing.
yeah, for 2 days I
Yeah.
would write 1 chapter.
Yeah.
2 days, 1 chapter, and
Yeah.
I completed the book in 10 days.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
And it's very insightful. I've perused it at least, you know, and I love it. I'll take time and then read it, and then we'll discuss it more, you know. And so, if people want to get copies of your books, okay, talk about the other books as well.
Yeah, so I have Wisdom for Excellence. Actually, my first book, the first book I wrote.
But
I was
you didn't even publish it
Yes.
that early.
I was when I was in the final year,
Right.
UCC. Yes.
Right.
So
And then what again?
So that talks about the idea was about the basic operating principles for success.
Okay.
Touch on a bit of habits,
Right.
you know,
I see.
and all of that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So have how to make money on WhatsApp.
That's my favorite book of yours.
You know, that was COVID time when you know the making money thing was
Exactly.
So I jumped on it.
Yeah, all of us were interested.
It's like teaching this everywhere. So that was like,
and I think you helped me to make some money on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
And I still do. Yeah. One of my biggest businesses is on WhatsApp right now, teaching IELTS classes, you know. And so I love that. I got that inspiration from you that, why, I have so many people, so many WhatsApp groups. What am I using them for? You know,
selling WhatsApp state of
and you know, yeah, it's made me to sell my WhatsApp status these days, because if I post something on WhatsApp status, 500 views a day, 500.
Yeah.
So it means 500 people have seen what you posted on status, WhatsApp status. And so I said, right now, I'm going to 10 Ghana cedis if you send me something to post for you, 10 cedis a day, 300 cedis a month.
You monetize it.
So if you have something, please send it to me. I'll post it for you. 500 people will see it a day, one day. The next day, 500.
You know.
So don't joke with your WhatsApp. Why?
So I did.
So I learned it from this young man.
So I did how to make money on WhatsApp. And then what actually happened was that then from that I wanted to, you know, that was like my way of bringing people into the world of online business.
Right, it's true.
So I wanted to do more because people are not understanding how I was promoting my stuff. You mentioned it right.
Of course, yeah.
You know, some of these things I was doing, they are principles in marketing and sales online.
Yeah.
It's called, the umbrella term is copywriting. Which has nothing to do with books. Copywriting.
I see.
It's copy. It's like advertising material.
Exactly.
So how to write that ad material is copywriting.
Right.
So I wanted to now bring people
to exactly.
So I started something I called online business school.
Right.
So I would teach people.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
I think this whole idea of copywriting, it was you who did you joined one of my webinars and you taught that, and that was the first time I actually learned about it. I had heard about it, but I had not specialized in it. But I loved what you taught about that, and so that's great. In fact, even my producer, Philip, you know, he says he joined one of your webinars, and you were the one who encouraged him to learn Adobe Premiere Pro, editing, video editing software. And he's now the producer of the Conrado show, you know. And but that's how huge impact can be online. You don't even know who is even benefiting from you. Until he mentioned
for the first time
today.
You know. And you know, he texted me, was like, I learned you're coming on my show today.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Like, okay. But so now I've
Yeah.
become very fluid with
Yeah.
meeting people.
I see.
Because
That's exciting.
you
to
know it's nice
Yeah.
when you have made impact online
Yeah.
and then you meet the person, in the
real
real
person.
world. It's
That's it.
just nice.
I mean, so don't stop what you're doing.
Yeah.
These days you've limited it. I don't know why.
Yeah. So I've had certain challenges
Okay.
that I probably will get into.
Okay, that's fine. But whatever the challenges, just throw them somewhere. And then what we want from you is just that you should still inspire young people not to give up on themselves and their dreams and just fold their arms and think that nothing is possible. Oh, this world is so, Basa and Ghana, we can't do anything. And get online. Get, we have all the, data. Data is the only thing you need right now.
That's the only capital.
Capital that you need really to be able to make more money. You don't need office space. You don't need anything.
I don't have an office, so no, I don't have.
You don't have
my
one.
living room is my. It's not my living room. It's my hall. There's a difference between a hall and a living room. My hall is my office. Yeah, that's where I work.
And you've been able to buy equipment. Look at the cameras you're holding.
So you said
stuff and all.
So you mentioned that I held on for some time.
Right.
The reason was that I wanted to do something else.
Okay. Which is what?
Which is video.
Okay, you wanted to.
I want to do video. So I realized at some point. The writing was good, but then it was limiting. Platforms were limiting the reach on writing. So I wanted to do video. And so I took some. So this is what happens. I took some time off
to learn.
You know my loud mouth. I was telling people that I'm going to video. And in fact, when I started my YouTube, I think in less than 1 month, I did 500 subscribers.
Really?
So quickly, I started mentoring people in YouTube. My style is this. Once I start something, I want to get people around me. And people think that I am helping them. I'm actually helping myself.
You're also learning.
Because I'm creating, not even learning, but I want to create. It wasn't a paid thing.
I see.
I wanted to create that community around me.
Of course. That can also
to drive me as well. So that's what I did.
I see.
And equipment failed me. At that time, so I think at the time, so backstory 2020, I went back to UCC.
Okay.
I wanted to go start my master's program, and I had saved through all this, COVID time. I saved 5,000 down. From all this 48 hours of ebooks. This guy. So I wanted to start a master's, MBA marketing, because I did accounting in school and education.
You wanted to switch.
And so because my passion has been marketing, I wanted to get a degree, a master's in that, because that's what I'm doing now. It's what to show for it, But then the fees was 9,000. And I had 5,000. I said, if I use this thing to pay now, where will I get the rest? So I said, okay. I bought the form, did everything.
Right.
But when we were about to start,
I pulled out.
I pulled out. I used the money to buy a laptop and a printer.
Okay.
Then I returned to Sokako. Then I moved to Sokako.
Yeah.
And that's where I get, started from.
I see.
Yeah.
And right now you are actually doing what?
So so in the beginning I was doing publishing. Okay. Then at some point COVID was the turning point really. Right. Yeah. So I kind of pivoted into marketing. Digital marketing. Okay. 2020, yes. And so I think this year will actually, or last year was another time for me to pivot a little bit, which was transitioning from pure writing, copy, to now doing video as a form of, or as a medium. Okay. To teach. Teach what I know.
So it's YouTube channel.
So so I'm across platforms. Okay. I'm on the D Global, every platform.
D Global.
The D Global.
The D Global. Yeah. And the D is DEE.
Yeah, my name.
Desmond.
Edem.
Eklu.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, so you've mentioned a number of your books and all.
Yeah,
Okay, good. So you said you have 9 in all.
I'm
Do you
9 on.
publish? Do you publish on Amazon?
Yes, I publish online on Amazon. I publish on Seller.
Seller.
Seller is more like for digital products like
I see.
ebooks, courses. Yeah, so that I do
Interesting.
that. Yes, I do Amazon publish as a service as well.
Okay, but
Yeah.
you get some money from there.
Recently I've been discouraging authors.
Why?
Reason is that your market
Yeah.
is in Ghana,
Mm.
right? And how many people in Ghana just sign up and buy books from Amazon?
Mm.
Just casually they want to buy books.
Mm.
It doesn't really happen like
I
that,
see.
So I have kind of reinvented the process
Okay.
where I give authors the opportunity to build up to their book launches
Okay.
by building a list.
List. Okay.
You see, I did all of these things. That's why
Right.
how to make money on WhatsApp was a
Uh-huh.
success.
Uh-huh.
Because I will talk about it.
Yeah.
I will do live.
Right.
I will drive you to my WhatsApp and I'll be sending you daily messages.
Yeah.
All of those things are things that you
Ah.
should do. So I have kind of changed the process.
I see.
So instead of dumping your book on Amazon,
Yeah. Right.
dumping your book on Amazon,
Right.
and then nobody goes to buy.
Yeah.
I have books on Amazon,
Mm.
and sometimes in the whole month I don't make any sale.
Yeah. I see.
So
I see.
the process I kind of changed a
Changed
little bit.
it. Okay.
So that
But is it good? Are people still patronizing books? Ebooks
yeah, it depends on
on your promotion.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll say
Awesome.
yeah,
Awesome.
and your sales strategy, of course.
Of course.
Let me give you an example. So
Right.
there's this guy who reached out to me.
Mhm.
So mostly when I'm coming to Accra,
Mhm.
I normally, people request for my stuff.
Right.
So me when I'm coming, then I bring it to them.
Right.
So this guy reached out and said, "Oh, I heard about Beyond the Classroom. I want
Yeah.
to get a copy. How much is a
Yeah.
copy?" I
Yeah.
said, "Okay, yeah, this is the amount."
Mhm.
And I said, "Okay,"
Yeah.
but I said, "Okay, but then
Mhm.
I have 8 other books
Okay.
on different topics,
Yeah.
from marketing to business
Mhm.
to learning a skill
Mhm.
and all of that. Now, if you want me to show you
Mhm.
how I've been able to accomplish this,
Yeah.
to help you, to be in my inner circle,
Yeah.
this book is 50 Ghana cedis.
Okay.
But then I will give you all the
other
others,
books. Yeah.
which do not cost you anything to print.
Right.
I'm not printing that.
Uh-huh.
And then you'll be my inner circle. And I'll
Ah.
be communicating with you daily on what to do,
Okay.
sharing with you what I'm doing
Yeah.
to get better
Right.
in my craft.
Right.
And you only pay 200 cedis.
Okay.
Now you see, from 50
yeah.
to 200.
Okay.
I've made more money
Yeah.
selling one book
Uh-huh.
by only changing the offer.
Offer.
That's it.
That's-
I've changed it from a product
Right.
to a solution.
Okay.
So this is what I teach basically in copywriting. That's the whole idea.
I see.
You know.
I see. That's a good one. You've just given us free consultancy and
Yeah.
We
So
love
so
that.
one thing I do now
right.
is that I don't gatekeep knowledge at all.
Gate what?
Gatekeep.
Okay, gatekeeping as in what we do in journalism. Yeah, we are called gatekeepers because we can hoard some information that
Yeah.
we don't want the public to know.
Yeah.
And we can get out the information that we want the people to know. Yeah,
Yeah.
because some things can create troubles
Yeah.
and all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I love it.
I don't do that.
I
So
see.
so I also that's a whole idea behind it is
Yeah.
that if I say come and pay
Mm-hmm.
to learn this,
Yeah.
I'll have to probably use my time to
Yes.
teach you.
Yes.
But if I give you the knowledge,
Mm-hmm.
you may not even be able to implement it. Some people may not even do anything about
I
it.
see.
But you have learned something. This is inside. This boy
Uh-huh.
came to the program.
Yeah.
He said something. I love it.
I see.
And you tell another person,
Right.
and then he comes to me and says, Desmond, that thing you said that Amazon is no longer good. Now
Mm.
let's do. So the whole process is funnel building. You build a funnel.
Yeah.
You're able to sell more,
I
and
see.
you're able to connect with people. I mean, like platforms that can get the money into your Momo account.
I see.
It's really nice.
I see.
And when I do that for you,
Yeah.
the money I get,
Yeah. I see.
and
I
that
see.
is much better
Okay,
as
that's just- yeah.
compared to me selling courses.
Wow.
And people kind of see you as someone who is scamming people when you're doing this small
I see.
you are trying to monetize every piece of
Everything.
knowledge.
Uh-huh.
I've had people's
Perception.
about me.
I see.
That's why I stopped all courses.
I see.
I stopped because for me it wasn't mainly about making the money, because that time I reduced.
Right.
Cafe Day,
Yeah.
your colleague in journalism,
Yeah.
they are taking my copywriting course. Do you know how much he paid? 20 cities.
Woo!
Yes, and he went on to make 3,000 cities from selling his book after that.
Yeah, I saw that video.
Yes.
Yeah, you guys did together.
Somebody saw the post.
I
He
see.
did the post, and I saw the post. I was like, who is this that wrote like me? And I came to comment,
Yeah.
just to acknowledge that, to tell me that he has done a good job.
I see.
And then somebody came, one guy, Joe, he came to the comment and said, Desmond did this job. It's funny.
I see.
But that's just one success story.
Right.
Now, outside that's why, you were talking about earlier before the show, that anytime I hear testimonials, I want to capture them.
I see.
The reason is that you will hear more negativity than the good thing.
I know, right?
So that is why I had to stop.
I see.
So I put the knowledge. I want to put it out there.
Yeah.
So that's even why I took a break.
Okay.
Of course. I got married.
Yeah.
And then
How is marriage?
Marriage is a blessing, man. So it's great.
And you got a daughter?
Yes, I have a child.
Woo!
And
hallelujah! Congratulations.
Thank you. And I changed everything for me,
That's humbled you.
No, not humble. No, not humble, but it has given me a different perception about life.
Okay.
What
is that?
When I
Tell
was
the young men who are not married.
when I was younger, I used to when my younger sisters would misbehave in the house.
Yeah.
I used to be very tough, disciplined. I was like
Really?
tough.
I see.
But then when I got married,
Can't be ordering people about like that.
they started ordering me about.
You have 2 women in the house.
So then I realized that I had to calm down and then make sure things work.
I see.
And it's a nice experience.
Right.
The whole concept of marriage that I really like is that previously you were doing life alone,
Right.
and then when you get married, then you
Exactly.
have 2 people
Exactly.
doing one life together.
Together. I love it.
It's really nice. Yeah.
I see. Thank you very much for that. We need to have a part 2 of this discussion
Of
some other
course.
time. Otherwise, we'll talk endlessly.
Oh yeah,
And we'll not end.
we are meeting for the first
Exactly.
time, so it's endless conversation. So
I need. We should have brought some champagne here to pop. Yeah. So we'll do a part 2 some other time.
of course.
Yes, and we will talk about different other things about digital marketing and all of the things you've been doing. Yeah, thank you very much for your time. That was the author of Beyond the Classroom, 5 Strategies that will help you succeed after school. Desmond Edem Eklu is the guest. The next time we'll look at some of these issues in depth. Thank you so much for being our guest on the Conrado Show. Have a wonderful evening. Bye-bye.